case study is really an exploration of that relationship, a relationship between what you're seeing on the ground and what other people have said about that kind of situation in the past. When you start engaging with the theory and connecting that to the concrete observations that you're making in the field, that enables you to see the mistakes that other people have made. It enables you to see the things that haven't been talked about yet, the gaps in the research, the gaps in the concepts. So your case study is going to be an example of what happens as a whole in that after-school program. And by looking closely at the experience of that individual, you're going to find numerous examples of how the concepts you've been learning about in class, the theoretical concepts that you've been learning about, how they come into play, how they come alive in those activities and in that after-school context. Like a field note, a case study is something that you want to be as objective as possible. Unfortunately, you're a human being, and nothing you do is objective. So you have to find the limits of objectivity and the limits of your own subjectivity. And so a case study is really an exploration of those limits, both of your capacity for objectivity and of your tendency towards subjectivity. And again, the interaction of those and the focus on not just one situation that happened one time, not just your initial impressions that you had when you first arrived there, but what you've seen over time. Those different kinds of experiences, week after week after week, add up. They have a cumulative effect on what you see with respect to this one individual. And they also have a way of checking each other. Things that you thought were absolutely true in the first 2 or 3 weeks of your experience in the field setting, you suddenly find, well, that's not true all the time. And so your interaction as a subject yourself with this subject provides over time for a kind of intersubjectivity, which enables you both to check your own interpretations and to build on your own interpretations over time. You really want to go deep enough so that you understand what's going on with that individual, so that whatever you come up with in your research paper, whether it's ideas about how to change the after-school program or alter some activities in the program so that they work better for the kids, or whether you want to simply describe the process that this child has gone through, the transformative process that this child has gone through over time, from just tapping on a keyboard to being able to really engage with the keyboard and the mouse while they're engaging with what's happening on the screen. That's a transformative process, and a case history can document that over time. When you write a paper for this class, don't concern yourself with finding the definitive answer to a question. Your job is to collect enough evidence around a particular question to raise another question. So the result of your investigations may simply be to raise new questions for research. And that's a tremendous contribution to the field.